And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family. Whoa. I know a few dark sides of the Aquila Moons, but if you're looking for deep history lessons, well, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
Trust me. Don't encourage him. Kuriko, by the way. Hi. Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Know a thing or two about spacecraft, do we?
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship. Honest. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition? Sure enough, that's where we're heading. The three of us are heading to Aquila, for a settled planet of the Freestar Collective and, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Aquila City. We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that makes me think one thing. Artifact. Yeah, don't piss off the Freestar Rangers. As far as the Collective is concerned, they're judge, jury, and executioner. They're the good guys, but that don't make them any less dangerous. Outside that, just don't be an asshole. Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course. Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Bactera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel? No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts? Oh my goodness. That must have been terrifying. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails. Honestly, I wasn't sure how you'd react. Some people would consider what you went through a deeply personal experience. Oh, well, I enjoy hearing about them. Professionally, of course. Either way, we need all the help we can get. The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Well, judging from the fact that both you and Barrett claim to have heard music, I've made the leap that the artifact was reaching out. Music composition might not consist of words and sentences, but I'll be damned if that isn't an attempt at language. That's an excellent question. You'd think after years of gathering data about the artifacts, I'd have the perfect answer to that, but I haven't the faintest idea. Not much, I'm afraid. All I have to show for my efforts are eyewitness accounts, scores of inconclusive metallurgical test results, and wild theories. Oh, no, not at all. There's so much going on there, I can't afford to divert all of our resources, but I have classified the artifacts as a priority project. No, that's not it at all. Solving a mystery like this, it's an explorer's dream. Believe me, they're all as driven as I am to find an answer. I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
By Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera! I can't believe it! Is it you? Is it really, really you? Captain of the frontier, bane of the fleet, constellation's shining star of stars. Oh, don't be so modest. It was all over SSNN. Lone miner tames the Crimson Fleet, saves a member of Constellation, and steals the hearts of millions, no, trillions. And now you're standing here next to me. Oh, you are definitely the brightest, biggest star in any... I have an eye for these things. Not that you're hard to see with that halo on your head. Although at first, I wasn't sure if it was just the glare. But now that I know it's you, what are the... But I changed my routine for one day, and here you are. It's almost like it was meant to be. Oh, yes. Normally I start my day by drinking 4 cups of coffee and stuffing my face with chunks. But after being inspired by your story, I thought to myself, what would the great and powerful hero of Vectera do? And so instead, I went for a jog. I ran and I ran and I ran, picturing you in the distance, like a North Star. Imagine my surprise to find you were actually real. By the light of Polaris, it must be fate. I know, right? And you can try to fight destiny, but you probably aren't going to win. Although, if I'm being honest, I'd wager you could beat just about anything. Either way, it's such an honor to meet you. Hey, do you mind if I follow you around? Do you need a sidekick? What am I saying? You're a hero, of course you do. Lead the way. Good point. I'll start working on it right away. Until then, maybe I can be a sidekick in training. Do you have an academy? If not, I can start one. You won't be disappointed. Hate it when people...
Sam, did you explore access to my storage? I was expecting a report.
I meant to, but then I caught an SOS and it led to this goose chase.
So, did you do it?
We're going to do a quick scan for contraband and you can be on your way. That's all we need. You're cleared for landing at Aquila City.
Would it be too much to ask if we stopped by Laredo Firearms and took a look around?
To see that you survived your most
I'm
recent
listening.
sleep cycle.
It's all important, but if you want a direction, I'd grab Barrett first. He's not just an old friend. He's been all over the settled systems. Time to go?
All right, we're here. You ready? Because once we get started, I'm gonna be riding your tail till this is over. She stays with the ship, usually. Got a few more years to go before I let her swill whiskey in some backwater bar. There's something you should know up front. I'm a Co. As in Solomon Co., first man on Aquila. That tale I mentioned before, the one I think is connected to an artifact, it's something of a family legend. After Planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Aquila, and he found a tiny little patch of nothing on his sensors. The kind of nothing an artifact produces. He called it the Empty Nest. Said it was a place even the wildlife of Aquila wouldn't go. Yeah, and the Coast have been coasting on that for 10 generations now. Solomon's always a larger-than-life figure if you read the histories, but if you just listen to a few recordings of the man, he was simple. Just wanted to keep moving forward. Because you'll find a whole lot of nothing. Gravitational anomalies are a little hard to pick up in an area with tons of starship traffic. Not to mention all the electronics from the city, and security scramblers that the Free Star or smugglers out on the frontier put down. Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local gal bank. We'll be heading there.
Hold it. Folks might be in danger, so... I guess that'd be the marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Maybe a little outside help would...
Well, I doubt those robbers are gonna let us leisurely peruse the gal bank vault. We better see if we can help move the situation along.
You've got my girlfriend in there.
You planning to tell me your demands at some point?
You find
Put
someone
me
we
into
can
this
trust, maybe
myself.
we will.
Like who?
Not you. Not one of your rangers.
They've got the marshal by the
City
balls.
guards, neither.
Security is a joke.
What the hell am I supposed to do with that? You need to stand... Well, I'm a little busy right now.
Aquila City at its finest, I see.
Well, I'll be damned. I won't hold my breath about you being... listen, Sam, just so you know, I don't blame... For the others, though, you might...
Thanks, I appreciate it. But I figure some of that reception is owed. It seems you got a situation. My friend here may be the answer you...
All right, Sam. Some folks from the Shaw gang, they took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping... They're using the intercom to communicate. They won't talk. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this. It might come to that, but first I find out what they want.
Take it slow and steady. Look for every opportunity.
Guys are scared. I can tell.
The Shaw gang's making... They've got my girlfriend in there.
Hands
I can see him.
Here. This is for... Well, I see your parents didn't skip. I spotted it. Hey, I'm gonna pick things up one way or the other. I'll keep my eyes peeled. We won't be able to find Solomon's maps with those. No, that's it then.
I don't figure those bank robbers can hold out much longer in there.
This whole situation's gone sideways.
My husband's in there. He's
I don't know how
one
in
of
the
the
hell this
hostages.
happened.
You're the negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong. It's Jed. Jed Bullock. Well, ain't you polite? So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us? I don't know you, so why should your word mean anything to me? We've been in worse scrapes than this. We can handle being stuck in a bank. Yeah, I'm already sick to death of this place. I'm so ready to get out of here. Shit. You're not wrong. We're crawling up the walls in here. Okay, I can see you're not just the Marshal's tool. You want what we want. A nice, happy ending where nobody gets hurt. So let's talk. They talk too damn much. But as much as we'd like to, none of us has shot one yet. We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? Oh, hell, the Freestar Rangers have got ships. They can give us one of them. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know? So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last. What do you mean? Marshal might take us down, but we'll take down... Nice try. Sometimes bad things... Nah, it's too late to back out now. You go tell the Marshal to get...
Those guys are scared. I can tell.
This is nothing we can't handle.
I heard every word. All that fear and exhaustion are taking a toll. They're not thinking. That puts us in a very... Now you'd be wasting your time. Or worse, it'd make them angry. I appreciate your idealism, but there were only ever two ways this could end. You've already ruled out one of them, so that leaves us with only one option. We have to free the hostages by taking out their captors. Problem is, they're keeping me and the guards in sight at all times. If we try to move against them, they'll see us coming. What do you want? Credits? Fine, but those credits better buy me a guarantee that the hostages will...
Maybe help the people first, and then talk about a reward?
Now, I see two ways we can play this. You could ask to see the hostages, and once you're inside, you can make your move. If you're quick, I think you can take them out before they have a chance to respond. But you'll have to shoot to kill. There's also a back door. Most of their attention's focused out front here, so they may not be watching it as closely. This key should unlock it.
They've got the marshal by the balls. Security around here is a joke.
What'd the marshal say? We have a deal? We're fine. Everyone's fine, okay? The marshal thinks he can dictate to... Good thing for you, I'm gonna need to ditch that weapon first. Ain't no way I'm letting... Fine, but make it quick. Well, maybe. I just ain't take... You make a fair point. Well, my word's gonna happen. I'm done talking about it. Now go tell the marshal that I won't...
Son of a bitch! I'm going for it!
Walk away from is a good one.
That was incredibly brave of you. You really bailed the marshal out. Shame on him for using a civilian to do his dirty work.
Not exactly the finest hour for Aquila City's guards. You
I just need a
practically did their
minute.
job for them.
Heart's racing. Too fast.
I don't even know what to say.
We won't be able to find Solomon's maps with those robbers crowding the bank. Yeah, I was done too.
The Shaw gang's making fools of us.
I heard the fight. The hostages, are they safe? That's good to hear. Those people aren't just citizens of the Freestar Collective, they're like family. We all are. As for the Shaw gang, we'll grieve for them too. Here, you've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material. If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
All right. Now that lives aren't on the line, let's get back in Galbank, see if we can get those maps.
Well done. Well done indeed.
Shimon, baby.
Places like this make you appreciate home.
I suppose I'll have to write a report about all of this.
All right. The family has a few different deposit boxes secured in here, so let's look around. Here's a copy of the key. Okay, now remember, it's all maps from an earlier generation, so it's not going to be on a slate. Big bundles of paper is what we're after. Let's see. Oh, no. Jacob. Of course that old mule saw this coming. He's just a bitter old man, interfering in what's none of his business. There we do. I was hoping to avoid the estate when we landed. Cora's gonna be so mad. We really gotta do this. I know, it's personal. Yeah, I know. All right, fine. He's my dad, okay? We're not exactly on friendly terms. He probably figured I'd come for the maps at some point. Got ahead of me. Family business just wasn't something I wanted to get into, you know? Yeah, well, sorry I'm such a pain about it. No forgiveness between me and my old man. It's, co-tradition. All right, shall we?
I'm thinking I ought to hire some guards.
Is Solomon Cole really all that? Some make it seem like he built the whole damn Freestar Collective by himself.
You must fancy yourself a bounty hunter if you're coming to speak with him.
If you think you can hack taking down wanted criminals for pay, the Trackers Alliance post...
I don't...
we post jobs to the mid...
Let some ragtag settlers
Show no
stake a
mercy.
system like this without a fight.
Not a bad part, too.
I'm just saying, my family was on the first ship.
A mirror wolf at the Low House could really use some help.
Your next stop wouldn't be the Charybdis system, would it?
Well, well. Sam Coe finally decides to darken our doorstep again.
You know why I'm here.
Oh? And what's that? You come to your senses? Realize where you ought to be for once?
I ain't asking again.
You ain't asked once. Let's hear it. I want you to say the words about what's more important to you than family.
Okay, this was a mistake.
The only mistake I'm seeing here is you. Bringing your Constellation lackey here instead of my granddaughter. Come to help Sam loot his ancestry? You're not getting those maps. Full stop.
I got just as much right to those maps as anyone else in this family.
That's exactly right, Sam. We all share Solomon's legacy. Only some of us are around to live up to it, and some of us aren't.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's you and I talk. In private.
Welcome home, Sam. Make your visit short, okay? It's what you do.
I'm up for a little adventure. Give me a sec. All right, let's talk options. No, I don't. It's just... It's been a while, but this is how it goes, every time. You're flying in the face of my 30-plus years experience with the man, but all right. I hope you like arguing.
What do you want, Constellation? Well, that's not your decision, is it? It's co-property by birthright. It stays here. You really believe that, don't you? Can't disagree that Solomon was an explorer, I'll admit. Can't believe I'm saying this. But if it'll get you out of my hair, then fine. You can have the maps. They're in the other room, here. Key. Us Coes have been in government for generations, making sure the Freestar Collective has earned the right. But getting said government to do anything worthwhile is like hurting Ashta. Takes perseverance, compromise, and above all, respect. You try to groom your successors, but wisdom's often wasted on the young.
Was that a subtle dig, Jacob?
It wasn't meant to be subtle, son. Jeez. More of that Constellation nonsense? We got plenty of real-world, immediate problems. You explorers are a luxury we cannot afford.
Ever heard of a certain Solomon Coe? Renowned explorer? He'd be spinning in his grave.
Solomon built something. He'd want his kin to protect it, not abandon it in its hour of need. I've had enough of you and your worthless Constellation friends. Show yourself out. Hell no. I've got no control over the actions of those who came before me, and I don't feel beholden to them either. Solomon was a true pioneer and a risk-taker. I respect that. But I'm not him. I'm a man who appreciates the simpler joys in life. I'm no thrill seeker, and I don't feel like I need to make my mark on the world. A highball of good whiskey and a sunset to watch it with, it's all the accomplishment I need. Of course, Solomon Coe was a great man, no doubt about it. If it weren't for him, there'd be no Aquila City and probably no Freestar Collective either. And of course, the name comes with certain benefits around town if you catch my meaning. I never turned down a free drink in Solomon's honor. Should it come my way. I got things to do too.
All right, let's see if we can find the empty nest. All right, let me think. The way I heard it, the readings he was getting were normal at first, then they bottomed out. And no creature, alien or otherwise, would dare step inside. There. Found it. Oh, boy. That's a problem. Well, you ain't wrong. But let's take a look at what we're up against. First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected. No problems there, but the usual tussling with alien wildlife. But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shaw Gang territory. Same outlaws who held up Galbank. Criminal groups in Aquila always find a way. But they usually have to keep on the move to avoid the Ashta. Well, it could just be a coincidence that the cave we want happens to be where the Shaw Gang runs around. But something doesn't feel right. Well, just remember, it's about the artifact, not them. Hurting bad guys puts a smile on your face, that's a bonus. Let's get to that cave. This is my favorite part. Got one. Today's not gonna be your day, pal. Fire on him! Gotta get your blood pumping. Another enemy down. This feels like old times. Say goodnight. Head's hit, damn it! I'm making this look easy. Tell him. Mess with me and my friend? Ah! Can't pick up anything fun. Let's get going.
I think that's far enough. Hate to put a hole in the head of Akila's own prodigal son. Least not before we've had a word.
You must be Shaw.
What I am is disappointed. Samco in the flesh, and he's peddling around the frontier with the has-beens of Constellation. Now you got past my crew, who I pay quite handsomely, I might add. Grabbed something from that weird cave. Probably whatever's been keeping the Ashta away. So, I'm down one hideout. Now, let's talk about what all that's worth to me. Your lives, your credits. One or the other, really. Oh, really? Let's hear it. You got past a few rookies. Huh. The Shaw Gang's name in print outside a wanted poster does sound nice. Saying I should cut my losses. Fine. Get the hell out of here before I change my mind. I see you again. You're dead.
Boss, it's the Ashta.
You. This is your fault. You better lend us a hand.
Now we're in business. Too much heat! Move! Fire! Fire! Let's try! I'm dying! You're already.
Never let a carcass go to waste.
I guess I get out of here before I change my mind. Get lost. You've cost me enough time and money.
Hey, we're back. Newest member of our... Just... what are we building here?
I haven't picked up any kind of frequency or signal coming from it.
That doesn't mean much. This thing could be emitting something we can't even detect. As far as we know, we could be building a gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish it. Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's toy.
Why would either of those things give the Discoverer visions and music? It's a message. I'm sure of it.
We just have to hope that finding more of the pieces will give us some clue.
I hear that. Moving forward sometimes means fumbling around in the dark. I think Cora and I can use some downtime, but you let me know if you ever want to team up again. Oh, and since it tends to come up, me and my Rugrat co-pilot work as a team. That's non-negotiable. If I'm coming with, that means Cora's on your ship. Likewise, you know where to find us.
You spend a lot of time in space? We sure do.